The House of Detention was London's busiest prison until it closed in 1877. How did Hannibal Lecter talk his cell neighbour into swallowing his own tongue? It's an absorbing premise for those of us who grew up plotting to be a criminal mastermind. We placed an advertisement for people to help out in the show, and one of the people who responded was Colin. You doing all right?
Yeah, it's
not a very happy place, is it? It's okay. Let me show you the cell. It's just through here. Right, I'll show you what you've got in here. You've got a chair and a blackboard, and I'm going to introduce you to our two cameramen here. This is Louis. He will be your cameraman. He'll remain on you from now on. This is Jono. Jono's my cameraman. He will remain on me. Neither will cut away. Both will keep a continuous shot of each other because I'm going to go in the cell next door. We'll be able to hear each other through the ventilation shafts, but we won't be able to see each other, all right? So thanks for helping us out. I'll see you in a minute. You see, there were many reports in those days of prisoners that said they'd become demonically possessed, whereas now we know what happened is that with the isolation made them go schizophrenic, and that in that state they believed their every move to be controlled by some external force. Take a seat. Can you hear me, Colin?
Yes, I can hear you, Derren.
Good. So, Colin, are both your parents still alive?
Yes, they still are.
What do they do?
They're both pensioners.
So when you were young, did they ever get cross? When you were naughty, did they get cross? If you maybe moved something you shouldn't have done, if you moved something you were naughty, did they get cross?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, did you move just then?
Yes.
What did you do?
Move my head.
Okay. So, do you think when they got cross that it affected you now? Do you get cross yourself now?
Sometimes I do, yes.
Right, did you move just then?
Yes.
What did you do?
Cross my arms.
Good. Sounds like you're very close to your parents, which is very touching to hear. That's good. Did you move just then?
No.
Okay. I guess there was a time maybe when you're 18, 19, you start to sort of form your own life for yourself. You go back and see your parents, they still treat you a bit like a kid sometimes. That happens. I wonder if that made you uncomfortable.
Sometimes.
When you felt yourself sliding back.
Yeah, sometimes I did.
Yeah, did you move then?
Yes.
What did you do?
Move my legs.
Okay. Colin, I want you to stand up. Go over to the blackboard, pick up a piece of chalk. Get the chalk, start wandering around the cell. Keep walking around. And at some point, I want you to go and put your forefinger on any point, on any wall of the cell. Do that whenever you're ready. Walk around and around, and then go put your finger somewhere on one of the walls. Do that now. Tell me when you're done. Say now when you've got it.
Now.
Now, right. Go straight to the blackboard. Go straight to the blackboard and draw. Draw something, anything you like. Anything you like, draw it now. Whatever comes into your mind. Have you done that?
Yes.
Good. Come out of the cell. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Come in here.
Wow. How'd you do that? I can't believe it. When I walk through there, I'd see what I drawed, and he's drawn the same. It's amazing. I can't believe it. Jesus.
Meanwhile, I'm in Las Vegas, where for some people, poker is an obsession. I pop into a nightclub to chat to some of the locals. I'm Derren.
I'm Carolina.
Carolina, very good to meet you. And
Shannon.
Shannon, excellent. And April, very good to meet you. I realise it's a personal question, but if I asked you, is there a belief, either about yourself or about things generally, that you would like to believe more than you do? Something maybe you don't believe, but it'd be useful if you did believe, or
that I could do better in school. I believe that I could get all my homework done.
But that image is sort of not quite certain somehow. Is that right? When you look at it, it doesn't sort of feel it doesn't feel solid. Is that maybe that makes it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So difficult to sort of grasp hold of. Doesn't feel solid. Doesn't feel certain. Okay. Now where do you live? Do you live in?
I live in Vegas.
In Vegas, and you know. So when you think of that, and you think that you know you live in Vegas, that's solid. All right. So you know that's a solid picture, and that makes you feel that's definitely live in Vegas. Yeah. That's clear. And the other one is a bit different. Now look, if you take this other image, all right, take the image of you succeeding and doing well, the one that feels a little bit kind of uncertain and difficult, and difficult to grasp. If you move that over here, you take the same image of you being able to succeed and lock that into place, which is just there, isn't it? Now when you look at it, does that feel more certain?
Yeah, it does.
So as you look at it now, that image of you being able to succeed and write your paper, how does it feel when you look at it?
Like clear, kind of very sharp and achievable.
And achievable. Right. Absolutely. And be honest with me, does that make you now feel you believe that you can do it?
Honestly, yes, it does.
See, what's interesting is that little change, which took 10 seconds, can make all sorts of changes. You know, little things like that, you plant a little seed and that can make all sorts of changes in your life, which I don't know what they'll be, but, you know, I'm sure you'll find out what they are. Let me give you these. Take those for me.
Okay.
Just lay them out for me on there. Excellent. All right, let's move those like that. Will you just tell me what the colours are? Go.
Okay. Blue, green, yellow, red.
Excellent. Now you've done what everybody does,
okay,
which is perfectly understandable. Blue, green, yellow, red. They are, of course, the words, the names that we would normally give those colours. In fact, the situation is more complex. I'm sure you know as well as we all do that that's not actually blue. What it is, it's got a colour or a pigment or an ink that the light bounces off, that absorbs most of the light. The rest of the light hits our eyes. That message gets to our brain. Our brain says, you call that blue. You know, it's just a word we give to that sort of that light sensation. You know, it's not actually blue. And anyway, who's to say that's blue anyway? Because you've got the weird sort of reflections in the laminate, and one blue could be another person's green. I mean, you wouldn't say it was definitely blue, would you? Well, definitely blue, but it's sort of
blue.
It's got different colours in it. Yeah. I mean, you could probably see all sorts of other colours in there if you look for long enough. It's not definitely blue, is it?
No.
No. Okay, excellent. And what about if I said this one here? You said this was yellow.
Right.
Okay, but again, it's, you know, who's to say it's yellow? I mean, would you say that was definitely yellow?
Not really.
Not really, not
completely,
definitely. Not completely yellow. I mean, there are all sorts of other colours in there, yeah?
Right.
I mean, you might see maybe it could be a little bit orangey. It's quite a warm colour, isn't it? There are lots of other warm colours like, you know, like red or like an orange or something like that. I mean, would you say that was could be red? Could have a bit of red in it, maybe?
A little bit,
it's, yeah, it's sort of related to that whole area. Yeah, I mean, you could absolutely lock that into place, and you could definitely see that as red, couldn't you? That's red, yeah? I mean, as a colour, if you looked at that as a colour and you had to name what colour that was, what would you say?
I'd say it was red.
You say that was red? Cool. And be honest, you know, so we've got, so these colours are...
A blue, a green, red, black.
Excellent, okay. Did you say you had your car outside?
Yeah.
Can we just go and have a look at your car? Is that all right? Excellent. Can you follow us, guys? Where was it?
It's a Hyundai. It looks just like that black car right there.
Looks like the black car just here, did you say?
Yeah. That's my license plate number. Definitely my car. Now it's black, but that's my car.
That is your car, but that is the wrong
colour. Right color.
That's right. I see what you mean. So is there a car here that is the right colour?
There's a red Hummer over there, but...
Where's the red Hummer? Through there. Can we see that? There's that red Hummer just there. Yeah.
That is my car, but it's... Who painted it black, though?
Our best friend thinks her car is black.
When it's red.
Everybody can see it's red except for her.
Yeah, that's pretty odd.
Oh, I remember I used to come here as a child, and it's still really shit, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I couldn't leave without visiting the pleasure beach and playing a fairground game with the tourists, where, who knows, one lucky lady might even win a finger ring from me. Your name is?
Angela.
Angela, very good to meet you. And?
Georgie.
Georgie. Excellent, okay. Will you have a look at that for me? Empty ring box, and a ring box. Yep. And this. A ring which we borrowed from a jeweller's not too far around here. It's worth £2,500. It's an 18-carat white gold ring with a diamond on the top. This is a genuine, very nice, expensive ring. Got to play a little game involving this ring.
Right.
You may win the ring during the course of the game. If that happens, you'll understand that you win the ring, which is great, but we have to give £2,500 to the jewellers that we got this off. So, in the nicest possible way, the idea of this for me is that you don't win the ring, if that makes sense, yeah? Okay. Can I borrow that?
Yes, sir.
And the other two, I'm going to keep empty. Thank you. Mix them up so you don't know which is which. Right back. All right. We just hold out a hand each, nice and flat. So put one there, and hang on. One there, and one here. Great. Okay, now if you put a hand out for me, one hand flat, I'm going to give you that. And one there, and one for me. All right, here's the game. You're going to get a maximum of 5 exchanges. I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time I count a number, you're allowed to exchange a couple of boxes. You don't have to, and it doesn't matter if one of you does all the exchanging and one of you doesn't do anything. There is a certain psychology to this. There are certain moves I expect you to make, so your task is to try and work against that, all right? So that one of you ends up with the ring. Obviously, the odds are sort of in your favour because there's 2 of you and only 1 of me. All right. So here we go. 1, your first move. Anyone going to swap? 2. Remember, you don't have to if you don't want, all right? 3. 4. And there's one more. 5. 3.
I'll stick.
4.
I'll stick.
5. Sticking as you are?
Yeah.
All right, excellent, okay. Sophia, yes?
Yes.
Can you open your box? No ring, let's just show the camera. So that's 1 down. I'll put that away, I'll get rid of it, all right?
No, I was telling
Before you look, I'm going to offer you a chance if you want to change your mind, okay? I wouldn't normally do this, I'll give you a clue. The clue is, you're wrong, it's in this one here.
Okay.
All right? That was your clue. You don't have to believe me, but let me explain. Probably by me saying it's over here, you wouldn't believe me. In fact, why would you believe me? Because why would I tell you where the ring is? Now that means I could say it's here just to make you want to stick with that one even more. So you might think I'm saying it's here just to catch you out and make you stick with that one. If you think I'm doing that, catch me out and go for this one, yeah?
Okay.
Or if you think I'm just being honest and telling you the truth, it's still there.
Okay.
Do you want to change?
Yeah.
You do want to change? Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, open the box. Can't believe you fell for that one. Excellent, fantastic. Let me get rid of that. Which of course leaves me with the ring. Thank you very much.
I thought, is he like saying that so I give him the box, or is he saying that so I keep it? I don't know. And Sophie was going, keep it, keep it.
Angela, yeah?
Yeah.
Open the box. Okay, nothing. I'm going to show the camera. All right, bad luck. Hang on a minute.
Oh, sorry.
Just talk this through now. I'm going to give you a chance to change your mind. Let me just point out, aside from whatever games I'm playing, mathematically, you've got twice as much chance of winning if you change at this point. I'll explain why, all right? You've got a 1 in 3 chance of that being the ring, which means you've always got a 2/3 chance of being wrong. You've always got a 2/3 chance that it's one of the others, all right? So we know it's not that one. It actually means you've got a 2/3 chance of it being this one here. It is counterintuitive, but it is true. You're going to stick or are you going to change your mind?
You're trying to change my mind.
What do you want to do?
I'll stick.
You're going to stick?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Open the box. Obviously, I wouldn't have told you all that if I'd have wanted you to change. Excellent.
Well done,
We got
well
that?
done.
Great, okay.
Thank you.
Which, of course,
Yes.
means that I end up with the ring, but thank you so much.
I was convinced I had it. It was the look on Derren's face. I was convinced I had the ring. The way he looked, as much to say, oh, what do I do now? I'm going to have to pay for this ring. She's got it.
I'm pretty shocked because I was expecting some kind of trickery, but obviously he was just so confident in his own persuasive powers or knowledge of what we do based on what he said, so...
Yeah, it was very cleverly done.
Yeah.
It was very cleverly done. Brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
You've all played the game of word association. Yeah? Someone says a word and you say a word which you would instinctively connect with it. So if I said apples, you would say...
Pears.
Pears. We'll go all the way around the room, finishing with you, Jana. The last word. Would you, for me, just pluck a word out of the air and think of it? That will be your first word. Just say the word in your mind, over and... Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm going to write something down for a little later. No peeking. Can I have that bottle, please? We'll play one round of this game. Beginning with you. Alex, what was your word?
Banana.
Banana.
Apple.
Gold.
Star.
Bright.
Black.
Again?
Black.
Black. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Until I've gone. Night.
I suppose we should check that now.
Wow.
When you opened it up and it said black, I was kind of like, that was the word I said.
Reading people's minds. Can you imagine that?
I thought it would be fun to teach somebody else my skills for a small charge. Look at that. Just giving a little something back. You just do it for the faces on the children. What's your name? Marie. Marie. Okay, now I think you'll be brilliant at this. Come over here. All right. You're going to read someone's mind. It's 5p. Are you happy to do this? Okay, 5p, please. Thank you very much. You need someone's mind to read. Guy there with the hat? You two have never met before. You don't know each other. No. All right. I'm going to ask you to think of, do you have a password on your computer or something like that? Yeah. Are you happy for us to say what it is? You can always go and change it after. You haven't been asked to tell anybody what that is or anything like that, okay? Now I'm going to tell Marie how to do this. So I'm just going to ask you to sort of face the other way. Yeah, sure. Talk to these guys there. They're very chatty. All right. So you're going to stand. You didn't hear any of that, did you? No. Good. Now you have to take control here. So just put your fingers up there. Is it just? It's not just a mix of random letters and things. Is it? Is it actually a word? Okay, great. Okay, tell him what you want him to do. You want him to repeat it in his head over and over again.
Keep repeating the word in your head over and over.
Now really send it to her. Imagine that you can just transmit it to Marie here, all right? So in your mind, you're screaming it at her. What letters feel right?
B.
Okay. Does that make sense? Does it begin with a B, or is there a B in it that's a prominent letter? Yep. Okay, great. You're doing well. Keep going.
I. N. G. The bird.
What, have you got an image at all? A picture or anything? Yeah. He's grinning, so I think you're close to right.
Yeah. Singing.
Like a bird singing.
Yes.
Is that close? Are we close?
Songbird.
Is it something to do with the bird singing?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Songbird.
Songbird?
Yeah.
That is your password, songbird. Just straight up. Get away from that.
I was just walking by and I was just asked to come on and met this guy. The word just came into my head and I just can't believe it's true. I can't believe that's the word.
I don't know how that's done. That's what I'm saying.
All I did was just stand there with my fingers on his temples and just somehow, just by staring at him, it just suddenly popped into my head.
I was just like saying songbird in my head, songbird, songbird. That's just baffling.
I just can't believe it. I'm just so shocked. Really, I'm shocked.
Cardiff, lovely place. She lives there, and home of the reasonably famous Cardiff market. Here I am casually mixing with the locals and playing a game where they can win some money and I can look revoltingly clever. Have you got a wallet on you or a purse or some money?
Yes.
Can I just see? Don't show me how much money you got, but just show me what you keep your money in. Excellent. Have you got any loose change in you as well, or is everything in there?
Everything in there.
Everything's in there. All right, so here's the game. I'm going to try and tell how much money you've got in that wallet.
Yeah.
If I'm more than 50 pence out, you win £100. All right? 5 £20 notes. You don't have to put any money in it yourself, so you've got nothing to lose, apart from your dignity. So, let me ask you a few questions. You work here, obviously?
Yes.
Do you drive in? Do you walk in?
Catch a bus.
Okay, great. Do you go shopping on the way home?
Sometimes.
Okay, married? No.
No.
No. Are you in a rush to get to work in the morning?
Usually, yes.
Okay, all right. I'm going to write down an amount and put it in this envelope, all right? Don't look, because it'll spoil the surprise. Look at me. Okay. Okay, hang on to that for me. Great, thank you. Will you please count the amount of money you've got? Tell us how much you got.
I've got £30 in notes.
Yeah, keep going, there's some more.
35, 50, 70, 80, 90, 36.
36, yeah.
And 35 pence.
£36, 35p, and that.
My lucky stone.
All right. £36, 35p. Yep.
Yep.
Put the rest of the money back in the wallet.
Right.
I think I'm all right. First of all, it's very important that none of us had asked you how much money you had on you.
No.
The exact money was £36,
35 pence.
35 pence. Have a look. It says
£36, 31.
36, 31. 4 pence off, which leaves me safely within the 50 pence limit. Thank you very much indeed.
I can't believe that. I was a bit gutted because I thought he wasn't going to get it, to be honest with you. There's no way anybody could have known what was in my purse. No, I didn't even know what was in my purse, so yeah. I just can't believe he got it, to be honest with you. Can't believe it.
I invited 2 members of MBA, an advertising agency, to a secret location to propose an unusual task. Those who work in advertising are masters of persuasion. They subtly weave their images and slogans into our daily lives, knowing that we will register so much unconsciously. And then we walk into a supermarket and feel a sense of familiarity with a product we think we've never heard of. Millions of pounds a year are spent on it. It's brilliantly calculated, and we all fall for it. So I thought I'd turn the tables on the advertising experts. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Tony, yes?
Yes, that's fine.
And Martin?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Derren. Let me get down to explaining exactly what I want you to do. Imagine that I'm opening a chain of stores selling a product, something I have a particular interest in. Your task is to come up with a poster advertising that store. And that poster must include the company name, whatever you decide that may be. It must include a strap line, some sort of slogan, and some kind of logo as well, some kind of visual image.
Sure.
Now, the idea is you've only got half an hour to do this, so you've got to really work with your first instinct. So at the moment, you've got no idea what you're going to do, correct?
No.
Excellent. I'm also going to give you this. I've had a few design ideas of my own.
Okay.
I want to leave this untouched. We'll come back to that later. All right? Are there any questions?
What's the product?
What's the product? Very good question. Passion of mine since I was a toddler. It's a chain of taxidermy stores.
Ooh.
Let me pop the pussycat on the envelope so it remains untouched. You have half an hour, gentlemen. Good luck.
Great, thanks. Right, let's go for it.
Get stuffed as a start.
Right. Animal Hospital,
Yeah,
the ones who didn't make it. No, that's probably just stupid.
The wings.
All creatures great and small. Quality that says like nice, positive type dead animals. Animal heaven. Where animals go.
Animal heaven, that's good.
Graveyard.
Animal heaven's
Animal
great.
heaven.
Where the best animals go to.
Loads of clouds with animals on them.
Yeah,
Gates,
harps,
pearly gates, bear playing a harp.
Yeah. Only the best
Zoo.
get in. Only the best get into where.
Yeah. Where dead animals go to live. Where the best.
It's the best place for dead animals. It's simple.
Time up, gentlemen.
Okay.
I can't wait to see what you've done. Come and show me.
Okay.
And Tony, before we do this, can you take the envelope I gave you earlier?
Okay.
And can you please vouch for us here that no one's been anywhere near it, it's been under a dead cat, no one's touched it?
That's right.
That's the truth.
That's
That's
correct.
the truth.
Keep hold of it, come around here. Now, before we have a look at it, just tell me, what was it like?
We started off thinking about the name. I thought that was we thought that was probably
Yeah,
the best thing to
the
do.
starting point.
Sure.
And then take it from there, really. We banged out a load of ones that were probably completely stupid, and then got down to the ones that were slightly stupid, and then we kind of, that went back and forth for a bit, and then kind of got something we liked and developed it.
Can I have a look?
Sure.
Sure.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. it's a bear with a lyre.
So it's Animal Heaven, the best place for dead animals.
And it's obviously, you'd see that it was stuffed.
How did you come up with the name Animal Heaven?
We had the idea of the pearly gates of heaven being a zoo gate.
Zoo gates as the gates of heaven. That's interesting.
i.e. sort of all the animals that are dead are in a dead zoo, if you like, in heaven. And then we just kind of thought, well, it's kind of nice, but it's a bit twee. We wanted to make it a bit funkier. And then we thought a harp-playing bear just answered the brief.
It's fantastic. I do want to show you my own ideas from beforehand.
Okay.
I don't want to touch. Would you open them for me?
Sure.
And the winner is...
I think you'll find this interesting.
Okay.
Get rid of the envelope.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Well.
All right. Not a million miles away. Let me put this up there. Hang on to that. It's a harp-playing bear.
Yeah.
God.
You've gone for these angel wings here. Were you thinking of angel wings or bird wings?
Yeah, they were kind of a combination.
You do them a lot better than me. This was the same thing. I was thinking angel wings there. You've got animal heaven. I got creature heaven.
Yeah. So
Where the best.
you're a bit off there then.
A bit off there. Where the best dead animals go. Did you put blessed place for dead animals?
Wow.
Very similar. I had the idea of a zoo gate on there.
It was hard to
We
leave
didn't
out.
we didn't overload it.
It was hard to leave out, but
Sure.
it was just a bit too much.
Can I see your other, the other one you were talking about?
Put it down. Yeah, it's just before there.
Is it very different?
Well,
it's just the gates.
Yeah.
Oh, gentlemen, please.
We're drawn quite similar.
Look at that. This was the image I was thinking. I've done it there in the background because this to me was the more striking image. And interestingly, you abandoned this for this one. This was obviously clear in your mind.
The first bear I drew looks exactly like that one, actually.
It did, yeah.
The first bear you drew.
Yeah, shall I show you on the notes?
Show me.
Like that,
Show me. What have you got?
Well, this is scary, really. But,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. You've got the cloud. You've got the blue. If you knew the amount of effort we've gone into making this work, you'd be absolutely flabbergasted. But for now, it's comforting to know that you're just as susceptible to subliminal persuasion as the rest of us. Thank you very much for helping us out. Tony,
Thank you.
Martin.
It's a pleasure.
Take care. Thank you very much indeed.
Bye-bye.
I think I'm quite cynical, and when I saw the bear and I saw a cloud, first of all, from behind the paper, I thought, hang on, he's close here, and then when we saw the rest of it, I couldn't believe it.
I immediately thought, oh, I'm gutted. I could see that it was folded, and I just saw the bear's foot hanging over the cloud with a harp.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I was gutted.
How embarrassing.
But now I think, oh, fantastic, I'm over the moon.
I mean, obviously we're pleased for him,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's
as long as, if he comes out of this looking good, then that's, that's always the main thing.
To see how we did it, watch their taxi journey again.
I put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No, I ain't lying.
But before we do that, we have one last confession with Milan down here. Would you stand up, Milan? Take it out the envelope, please. Read it yourself. Get it in your head. Now, in a minute, Milan will tell you all what this confession is. One of you, upon hearing it, will think to yourself, do not react. Do not react. Don't give me or anybody else any indication where you are in this room. Keep an absolute poker face. All right, Milan, have you read it a few times now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Would you be able to say it without physically reading it off the paper now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. In that case, can you fold it up, put it away in the envelope? Sometimes people write their names on and things like that. I don't want to actually see the thing, but just get it out of the way. Good. So look, in your own words, or word for word, if you can remember, what's the confession?
Caught wanking in detention.
What, one more time, one more time.
Caught wanking in detention.
Thank you, Milan. You may sit down. One of you here tonight. One of you was caught wanking. Filthy. One of you was caught wanking in detention. Let's find out which one of you that was. Could you all stand up, please? Everybody stand up again. Up again. Oh, guilt's a funny thing. When we start to feel a bit of guilt or a bit of shame, there are certain things that we do reliably. What we tend to do, for example, we tend to bring our hands up to the side of our face. That's a classic sign of shame, hand coming up to the side of the face. So one of you right now feeling that shame won't quite know what to do with your hands. Ironically, was probably the problem. Okay, I'm presuming this is a guy's confession. On the balance of probability, it would be. So all the women can sit down for now. I may come back to some ladies later. But for now, just stick with the guys. Okay, good. The other thing is you won't know where to look. People, when they're trying to hide something, always make too much eye contact. Like that gentleman there, it's a bit creepy. So, the fact that it would be referred to as detention as opposed to when I was at school suggests you're probably still fairly young. So I would say you can sit down if you are 25 or over. Sit down, otherwise stay standing. Okay. I'm looking for 5 signs of guilt. So starting up the top, arms tightly folded across his body. That is sign number 1, clear as day. You can stay standing for us. Thank you. Yes, too late to change. Coming along here. Normally by this point, if you did have your arms folded and you're the guilty party, you would have unfolded them by now. So I'm also conversely looking for signs of sort of forced openness. So the guy there standing in the black t-shirt with his hands sort of standing by his sides, looking a little bit uneasy. You can stay standing for me too, otherwise that layer can sit down too. Dress circle, I think... Oh, maybe guy there as well with his hands sort of clasped in front of him, just over there to the right. It's just the posture, you're just giving it... Okay, so that... Other than that, you can sit down. Okay, coming down here. Okay. There's a little group of you there. I want all that little group standing there. I'm hoping to God it was all of you in detention. I think, apart from that, I'd like the last 3 rows to remain standing, because I can't see back there. So I think that is T, U, and V, I think, to remain standing. Otherwise, you can sit down, apart from those people. All right. Let's go. Guy on the end of this row in the check shirt and the white t-shirt. Excellent. What's your name?
Jack.
Jack. Just say, it's not me. It's not my confession.
It's not me. It's not mine.
You can stay standing for us, Jack. Stay right where you are. Maybe the guy next to you as well. It's not me. It's not my confession.
It's not me. It's not my confession.
Next guy, it's not me.
It's not me.
Guy on the end, it's not me.
It's not me.
Right, you stay standing and you stay standing, Jack, at the end. Let's, otherwise the ones in the middle can sit down there. Let's just go at the back. Let me do a few at the back. There's a guy in the, white shirt, right at the end of there. White shirt. What's your name? Ben. Ben, just say it's not me.
It's not me.
All right, okay, it's got to be one of you 3, isn't it? Either one of you 2 here, or I can't remember, I think it was Ben right at the back in the white shirt. So if you 2, can you 2 come in closer to each other so you can share a microphone? And can you come around and just come into the aisle? I need to get you in the light so I can see you clearly. You guy in the black, you can sit down. Everyone else can sit down apart from these 3. These 3 men are definitely hiding something. But only one of them, I believe, was caught celebrating himself during what should be a period of punishment. So your name's again Jack? Was it Jack?
Yeah, Jack.
And?
Alex.
Ben, just into the mic, say it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Alex, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Jack, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Sit down, Jack. Alex, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I promise it wasn't me.
I promise it wasn't me.
I swear to God it wasn't me.
I swear to God it wasn't me.
Just raise one hand for me. Raise one hand. I swear on my mother's life I was never caught wanking in detention.
I swear on my mother's life I was never caught wanking in detention.
It was not me. It was not me. Keep going. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Louder, clear. It wasn't me. 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 Sit down. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. I've asked 1,498 people to sit down in this room. Ben, I want a simple yes or no answer. Were you or were you not, on at least one occasion, caught in some way fiddling with yourself in detention? Was that your confession, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes! You can sit yourself down, Ben. You need to go and get a drink. You could probably all do with a drink. So while you go and get yourselves a drink, I'll put the rest of you out of your misery. See you back here in 20 minutes. Thank you.